You and your lover sitting in a tree. Kissing. First comes love, then comes marriage, then comes a baby in the baby carriage. But what comes after that? Nothing has your family leaping for joy more than when you tell them the good news. We have witnessed generation after generation of our sons, daughters, brothers, sisters, cousins, and friends undergo the exciting, life-altering event. Sure, it's a happy day with adrenaline running so fast blood vessels are about to explode. And that's just your parents. But it is now becoming harder and harder for us to predict what the future holds for newlyweds.
Marriage in society, that's what people talk about in terms of any form of relationship of intimacy and committedness to each other.
Something that very challenging that we have to work on, especially because we're from different cultures. But at the same time, it's a gift as well that we have to take and work on.
A union between obviously a man and a woman, and the commitment to love each other till that point forever.
We all have our own opinion of what marriage is, and most of those opinions sound pretty much the same. But where is the will for commitment in today's society to live up to those opinions? Father Terry is not like other Catholic priests. He's been across the globe and is very knowledgeable on different religious backgrounds. He was willing to speak to me about this issue.
The individual didn't really realize all that is involved in living together and raising a family, because it's constant communication, it's constant adjustment. Because in the official marriage of man with woman, we're dealing with two profoundly different cultures.
Jawed Ali, a Muslim, and Vivian de Cruz, a Catholic, have now been married for 10 years and are currently raising a 10-year-old son and a 1-year-old daughter.
Basically, marriage is something you have to feel it really, really strong in your heart. And I think when you feel it, you find the right person, then I think that's where you need to make the commitment. And it is not
And you
just...
have to be ready to accept each other for who they are, for who you are, ready to do that, and also be prepared for the worst, be prepared for all the challenges and all the difficulties, and as long as you're strong enough to go through it, you'll be able to move on.
With the divorce rate so high, we often wonder what has happened in our culture over the past few generations. Alicia Rahman is a 24-year-old student of the University of Toronto, who of course represents today's generation of young couples.
I think the divorce rate is high because people have become very selfish.
What do you mean I can't read my pornography?
You just trade everything up. Like, my wife doesn't like dancing, or my husband doesn't like staying at home with me, I'll get a new one.
What do you mean I can't have my skin books?
It's become not like a person anymore, it's become like a thing. Human beings have become like an object. So I think the divorce rate, people are really just selfish. No one wants to work for commitment anymore.
Many aren't up to the task. Why? Often we're just raised, men anyway, to be self-centered and to have it our way. And we've come from a culture that's very patriarchal. And the man's word is law. And your wife is expecting you to be a partner, to carry the burden of the work of the home, the work of the children, the work of financing. And we may not be used to that.
There are many reasons for separation, some legitimate, some not. But it is a fact that it is up to the individuals to make a compromise and work together as a team.
We have a say in our culture, marriage is like a very weak strand, if two sides pull it, it'll break. So you have to work together. If one pulls it, the other one has to give, so it doesn't break. And that basically, we worked it out, and we're learning every day. Every day is a learning process for us.
It'll never be clear whether society can change the way they perceive love and marriage.
See, marriage is not just about love and how you feel in your heart too. Marriage is always about work. It's constant work and dedication. And the more you put the hard work towards it, and the more harder you work through it, the stronger the marriage gets, and you have a stronger
and
marriage.
actually I think the harder you suffer, the stronger your marriage gets.
Is it something necessary? Is it something to discard? Though the concept of marriage is universally a thrilling and comforting concept,
Thank you, God.
are we ready, and are we doing it for the right reasons? It's up for you to decide. This is Jess Palmer, reporting for The Journal.